In fact, you have just become part of Queensborough's over 42,000 growing alumni representing 140 nations.
We are one group of individuals who learn, study, and grow together in our different ways, maintaining our identities while we are navigating a new culture.
Many of you had to juggle classwork with jobs, studying with family obligations, and yet you persisted in pursuit of your goal.
We all need to earn a living. We all have bills to pay, but we also need the peace of mind that comes with a life well lived.
Keep climbing, climbing to the top.
President Marti, I have the honor to report that there are now present members of the graduating class, the staff, and the faculty of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, the governing bodies of the City of New York and the State of New York, all gathered to participate in these, the 45th commencement exercises of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 45th commencement exercises of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York. Remain standing for the national anthem, which will follow immediately. Mr. Damian Sneed, Queensborough music instructor, will lead his students, Aaliyah Abraham, Diana Lovren, and Kemba Glasgow, in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, yea, prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The audience will please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, Dr. Eduardo J. Marti.
Thank you, Dr. Mesa, and thank all of you who prayed, wished, did rain dances, and whatever it took to bring the sunshine on this graduation. I cannot tell you how many people worked in order to ensure that we didn't sink in this particular area. And I want to thank all of the members of the building and grounds crew who worked day and night, literally, to ensure that we had this day. It is a glorious day. There are 1,400 of you who are graduating today. And we all want to bring greetings, felicitations, and good wishes to all of you. So there are a number of people who have made time to be here with you today and bring you brief greetings. I am honored to introduce to you a lady who has been a friend of this college for a number of years and who has been a wonderful supporter of many, many projects at this institution. And she will bring greetings as the president of the Borough of Queens, Mrs. Helen Marshall.
Dr. Marti, honorees, parents, and most importantly, graduates. It is my pleasure to be here this morning to address you, and I too did a dance for the sun. You see the results outside. Presidents do that kind of thing. It's a pleasure to be here. For many of you coming to school, getting here, getting your work done, probably working sometimes a full-time job. For some of you, it has been easier than others, but you have made it. You're ready now for the world. And the diploma that you receive today will be an indication of all of the work that you have done. You're going to make it, I know. You know, I one time sat in a seat like you. I never ever imagined that I would do what I have done. The world of possibilities are immense for you, broader than my time and those who came before me. Today, the opportunities await you. Today, we're in a world where the mind is a very special thing. I was reading a letter to the editor to the New York Times that said, don't worry about outsourcing and all those other things and free trade agreements, because in America, the minds will develop fields that we never could imagine existed. So what you're doing and what we are doing in honoring you, and why we spend a lot of money doing it, because we need the genius that's buried in each of you. We do. We need it desperately. And for those of us who have preceded you, we're banking on you, because the world is going to be in your hands, and it's up to you to make it even better than it is now. So every skill that you've learned, we know will prepare you for that. But while you're up there and you're very, very successful, I'm going to repeat a little story that I heard at another graduation. Man was receiving his honorary doctorate degree. He was part of the peacekeeping force from the United Nations. It's really sort of a voluntary position. He's a Canadian. And they went to Rwanda, and they went to this particular village because the village they knew that the village was in trouble. When they got there, to their devastating amazement, everyone was dead. The bodies were laying all over. Then they spotted a little figure, a little 4-year-old boy, standing all alone, covered with, insects and everything else, and looking at them. And as they continued to look around, the little boy disappeared. They had no idea where he went, but they knew that they could not leave him in this place, that there wasn't anyone there seemingly to take care of him. So they went from tent and hut to hut, and then they found the little boy. He was in his family's hut, and his family's bodies were laying all around him, and he was standing in them. And the speaker said, he looked into the eyes of that little boy, and he saw his own 4-year-old son. His message was, a human is a human. And with all the genius that you're going to give the world, remember, a human is a human, and there's so many things that we still have to correct in this society. But we all feel confident that you will definitely do that. So we're going to be reading about you in years to come. God bless you all, and your parents and families that stuck with you. Some of you are parents, and I know your children are here. Keep climbing, climbing to the top. God bless you. Okay.
With us, there's also an individual who is the silent partner, the quiet man, the man who's always behind everything that takes place at this college, and yet, you know, nobody really hears him all the time because he speaks with his actions. I'd like to introduce to you Senator Paragon, and I'm going to force him to come up here and say at least hello. Where is he? Here.
Thank you, President Marty, and I want to congratulate you and the faculty. You did a great job. You did good. And to all the parents who are here and all the relatives witnessing this beautiful event on this gorgeous day, congratulations to you. And most importantly, to the graduates. Let me echo a little bit of what you heard from our borough president. The opportunities that face you in the years ahead will be enormous. I can think back when I sat there in a similar place as a young engineering graduate, and think back over a period of time since then, the advances we've made in technology. How many of you are going on to higher levels of education in engineering and sciences? A lot of you, because it's a great place here to start from that point. The fact remains, you will see in the coming years advances that we've never even heard about, which will change our society, change the world we live in, and give us opportunities that we previously never even dreamed about. To quote a famous philosopher, person you've all heard of, Yogi Berra, he said, when you come to the crossroads, take it. And you will. And those opportunities will be myriad, they will be exciting, and they will be wonderful. There isn't a person up here on this platform would not like to change places with you. Not because you're a lot younger and prettier, but because we know what lies ahead of you will be enormous. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Have a great day.
I'm going to have to pay for that. And I don't mean in money. Thank you, Senator Paragon. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with our students. The City Council is the other body that supports our institution, and you know, I need to say to all of you that you don't see this. You come in the campus, you go through your classes, and you don't see the amount of work that it takes to be able to provide the financing that is necessary to ensure that you have the most excellent faculty in the world, and really they are, and the most excellent facilities that we can have. Well, they're going to get better, and you know, the equipment that you need, and so on and so forth. There are three entities, really, that are important in that endeavor. One, obviously, is the legislature, and Senator Paragon has been a really good friend and advocate of the college in that body. The other one is the Borough, the Council, the Borough of Queens, and the President, Helen Marshall, has been a tremendous advocate for us. And the other one is the City of New York, the City Council of the City of New York. Those three entities come together and they pool their resources to help us do what we do here. And this is why it's so very important for you to know that these individuals care about you and that they want to bring you greetings. Representing the City Council of the City of New York is Councilman John Liu.
Thank you, Dr. Marti. I'm so proud to join you and my colleagues in government, our Borough President Helen Marshall and Senator Frank Padovan, on this great day. It's a great day for the administration and faculty here at Queensborough Community College because you have turned out yet another bumper crop of fantastic graduates, and you deserve a big round of applause for that. It's a great day for the family members who have supported the students through their years of studies so that the students themselves can have better and better lives. Congratulations to the families. And most of all, it's a great day for the class of 2006 here at Queensborough Community College. This jewel of an institution is one of the finest here in the greatest city in the world. And you are now prepared with your degrees in hand to go forward, pursuing whatever endeavors you desire, and knowing that you have built a solid foundation upon which to build further success, whether you go out there and start your own businesses, or enter the professional world, or continue on to higher academic study. Queensborough has given you the foundation, and it is something to be proud of. Aim high. Don't let anybody or anything limit you, because the only way that you can fail is by not trying. Try anything and everything. Because that is the only way that you will unlock your full potential. And let me tell you, every single one of you, I think we all up here on the dais see a vast amount of potential in this crowd. And so once again, you have every bit to be proud of. A final congratulations to the faculty and the administration here at Queensborough. Congratulations to the proud family members who are here. And most of all, kudos to the class of 2006 at Queensborough Community College.
So now you get a sense of the tremendous love that we have in the legislature, in Borough Hall, and in the City Council. Now all of those resources have to be managed. And the governing board of the City University of New York is the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. And those individuals are appointed by the governor and by the mayor of the City of New York to ensure that the operations of the City of New York, of the City University of New York, are in fact appropriate. Representing the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, we have a good friend, Dr. Hugo Morales.
President Marti, Senator Frank Padovan, Borough President Helen Marshall, Councilman John Liu, Vice Chancellor Michael Savelle, guest, distinguished members of the faculty, families, friends, and most important, youth, the Queensborough Community College graduating class of 206. It is my great pleasure, it's a great honor to be here with you today to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees of City University. First and foremost, I would like to thank Queensborough President Helen Marshall for her outstanding support of our colleges in Queens, their students, and their faculty. As a trustee, my participation at this commencement exercise is an extremely uplifting experience as I have an opportunity to celebrate your successes as students. We're honoring 1,400 students who will be receiving their associate degree today. So it gives me the opportunity to meet firsthand the students who contribute to the greatness of the City University. You are the life force that gives meaning and purpose to the mission of this university. I want to repeat that. You are the life force that gives meaning and purpose to the mission of this university. A round of applause for you people. There are many in the audience today who are inspiring examples of how to overcome obstacles. Many of you have come from other countries to pursue your dreams. In fact, many of the students here at Queensborough are foreign-born, representing over 130 different countries from around the world. Also, many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, and you should be very proud of that achievement. A good measure of your success at Queensborough is due to the dedicated faculty who over the years have added so much to your learning experience. And without their help and support, some of the obstacles you have faced from time to time might have seemed unsurmountable. I know that for many of you, the path you choose to earn an associate degree was not an easy one. You began a journey when you entered Queensborough Community College. Today you attain your degree because of your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You have overcome many challenges to achieve your goal, and today the taste of your achievement is indeed sweet. Be proud of yourselves, celebrate yourself as your college, your president, your professor, your family and friends celebrate you. Always remember that learning is a lifelong enterprise. So keep on learning. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
So the Board of Trustees oversees the entire City University. But then there's the Chancellery. Those are the Vice Chancellors and the Chancellor who interpret and implement the policies of the Board of Trustees throughout the university. And representing the Chancellor and the Chancellery, I am honored to introduce to you Vice Chancellor Michael Savelle.
Trustee Morales, President Marti, faculty, staff, parents, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduates-to-be. I am so very pleased to be representing Chancellor Matthew Goldstein, Executive Vice Chancellor Selma Botman, and the other Vice Chancellors and staff at the Central Office here today at Queensborough Community College's commencement exercises. Queensborough is truly one of the jewels of the CUNY system. This beautiful outdoor setting for your graduation on this lovely day could not be more ideal. As you look around, you may be able to see far into the distance, but certainly not so far into your future. But I can assure you, your future is unbounded, and each of you will go much farther and do more unexpected things than you can ever imagine sitting here today. Congratulations, and enjoy the journey.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Savelle. And then, the most important people, the people who taught you, the people who nurtured you, the people who guided you and mentored you, the faculty of Queensborough Community College. Let's give them a round of applause, huh? And representing the faculty of Queensborough Community College, I ask Dr. Sheena Gillespie to rise and give you greetings.
I would like to thank the graduates, our partners in learning for what you have taught us. Many of you came with talents, experiences, languages, cultures, and ethical values. Many of you have worked hard, and I would like to share with you a quote from an Italian writer, Cesare Pavese. He says, "We don't remember days, we remember moments." And I know that each of the faculty members in this audience today and each of the students remember special moments that occurred in classes, with your fellow students, with your academic advisor, someone in financial aid, a secretary in an office. We work together as a community to make this place a special place for the people without whom there would be no need for any of us. My words of advice are few. Choose a profession for which you have a passion. Dwell in possibility. Remember that habit is a great deadener. This is just the beginning for you, and I urge you to make your choices carefully. Try to spend your life with someone who's a friend of your mind, and cherish your children. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Gillespie. Now, the college is governed through an administration and through a legislative branch, so to speak, the academic senate. I always refer to my job as being like the mayor of a village. And representing the academic senate, the legislative body, if you will, of the college, is Dr. Philip Pecorino.
Well, congratulations to all of you who have made this day possible. What's of interest, why I'm up here, is as the legislative branch, we're the governing body. We officially approve of the list of graduates. But without your hard work and perseverance and your patience with all of us, this day would not be possible. So I too want to thank you on behalf of the entire community. If you look around, you'll see there are faculty here, there are administrators here, there are staff members here, there are security guards here, there are building and grounds people here. They're here because this day is important for all of us, and you, the graduates, are the ones who make it possible. If it wasn't for all of that hard work you put in, what would be our purpose in being here? So from all of us, I thank you most sincerely for validating our mission and making all of this possible.
Both think that presidents have a lot of authority, right? Well, you know, we have the faculty, we have the academic senate. Now we have the student government. The student government represents all of you at the table. They are members of the Senate, they are members of the College Advisory Planning Committee, and they are always there. So make certain that you know that your president, Mr. Arthur Fu, has been representing you throughout his tenure. And as he graduates today, he wants to say goodbye. Arthur?
Thank you, thank you. So everyone should get comfortable. I have a couple hundred pages to read, so we're probably gonna be here until next Friday. No, I'm just joking, I'm just joking. Good morning, my name is Arthur Tsinghao Fu, and I'm the president of Queens Student Government. I would like to congratulate all of you and commend you for your hard work to get here today. You should be proud to be here. I remember when I was younger, how my mom always stressed the importance of a good education. She was right. Thank you, QCC, and thank you, Mom. Jayano Mami. I would like to praise Queensborough for its great diverse student body, just like my international high school in Shanghai. It offers students the opportunity to learn many different cultures. This knowledge will serve us all well as we leave Queensborough to go out into the world. As a new student in Queensborough, I was impressed how accommodating the college was to the students' needs. Whether it was extra help from the professor or the advice from a counselor, we all share our special moments of our time at Queensborough. May you all reach your goals and dreams, even if they seem very far away. Always remember that you will accomplish what you want if you put your heart, time, and effort into it. Respect your peers and keep the open mind. It seems like just yesterday that we began our studies in Queensborough. Today's commencement marks the end of one chapter, but the unfolding of our pages of our future. I would like to thank all the wonderful faculty and staff members, as well as College Discovery for their support and advisement during my time here. Also, I would like to thank the members of the administration who has been there every step of the way. Good luck to you all, and remember, always have fun in whatever you do.
I was just trying to show you, come here, Arthur, for a second. Now, they passed a resolution that all of us had to be in this dress uniform today, and we're not following that resolution, right?
Nope.
And, you know, we can keep going and bring greetings and greetings and greetings, but there are many people on this platform that really care about you, and I like to just introduce them and acknowledge their presence because they have taken off their time to be here and share this moment with you. So on the platform, I'm going to mention some of the names. I please ask you to hold your applause until I finish with all of the names, and I will ask the people that I am mentioning to please rise so that they can be recognized. From the college, we have Vice President Diane Cole, Vice President Ellen Hardigan, Vice President Mark McCullough, Deans Karen Steele, Dean Paul Jean-Pierre, Dean Arthur Corradetti, and joining us today, retired Vice President for Student Affairs, Patricia Ivanovsky. Representing the Board of Directors of the Fund Board, now that's yet another body, the Fund Board as the body of volunteers who help raise money for this institution from private sources. And they're very effective, and we thank them for all their time and for all their effort. Representing the Board of Directors of the Fund Board is Mrs. Harriet Kupferberg. And with us also is Sister Alice Danaher. She's from the Newman Center, and she acts as our campus minister. And now, I want to introduce you to an individual. And by the way, let's give them all a round of applause. Oh, Vice President Rosemary Sims, you're going to get a special round of applause, right? Did I miss anybody? After 36 years of service to Queensborough Community College, our Chief Operating Officer, Howard Lapidus, has decided to retire. I tell you, I'm going to miss him, as somebody said up there. Therefore, it was decided that we would use this occasion to permit him to give you his last lesson in his career, as you are a very special group of students that he will never forget. So it gives me great pleasure to give to you retiring Chief Operating Officer Howard Lapidus.
Good morning. First, let me congratulate the Queensborough Community College graduating class of 2006. I also want to extend greetings to members of our distinguished platform party, President Marti, Borough President Marshall, Senator Paragon, Councilman Liu, Trustee Morales, and Vice Chancellor Zavell. At this time, I would like to request the graduates to give a round of applause to Queensborough's dedicated faculty, whose privilege it was to further your education and who voted to grant you the degrees and certificates you will be receiving today. And since none of us can achieve what we accomplish on our own, I would like to ask you again to acknowledge the assistance of and the sacrifices made by the members of your families, parents, spouses, children, by giving them a well-deserved round of applause. Now, as I begin, let me assure you that my remarks will be brief. See that? First, I am aware that I am all that stands between you and your receiving your degree. Secondly, I have been asked to be brief by those who have listened to me in the past. Some of them are still here. All the graduates have filled out student evaluations of faculty while taking classes at Queensborough. It is now a well-known story that some years ago, while teaching a class, I received what I thought was a great evaluation. The student wrote, "If I only had 5 minutes to live, I would want to have them in Professor Lapidus's class." Then I turned the sheet over. She finished with, "Because 5 minutes with him seems like 100 years. So to avoid the risk of aging you, I will be brief. This is my 36th commencement at Queensborough, and I am delighted to announce that I have finally received enough credits to join you in graduating. It shows that persistence can and does pay off. And that is what I want to discuss with you today: persistence and assistance. In order for you to arrive at this auspicious occasion today, it took not only acquiring the requisite amount of knowledge, but also an extraordinary amount of effort. Many of you had to juggle classwork with jobs, studying with family obligations, and yet you persisted in pursuit of your goal, a college degree. But persistence alone would not have been enough. You received assistance from your teachers, your family, and your friends along the way. At commencement, it is customary for graduation speakers to assure the graduates that they can reach whatever their goals are as long as they stick to it. I am not one of those speakers. Persistence is admirable, but merely pursuing something is no guarantee of success. For example, I recently took up golf. I'm going to be retiring, and I thought, how hard could it be to hit a stupid little ball that just sits there and doesn't move? I figured all I had to do was go to a driving range and practice. After all, people tell you practice makes perfect. That may be true if you know what you're doing. All I was doing was persisting in practicing the wrong way to hit the ball. I needed assistance. Once I received some instruction, I could then persist in practicing. In short, there is nothing wrong in asking for assistance, as my wife frequently reminds me when I persist in driving without asking for directions, on the assumption that if I drive long enough, I will eventually get there. It has been said that if you sat 3 monkeys at keyboards and left them there to hit keys, they eventually could write a Shakespearean play. Some of you probably think they helped write this speech. The inventor Thomas Edison, when he was not busy working on light bulbs and phonographs, stated that being busy does not always mean real work. The object of all work is production or accomplishment, and that to either of these ends, there must be forethought, system, planning, intelligence, and honest purpose, as well as perspiration. Seeming to do is not doing. Edison also stated that many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. So by all means, work hard, be persistent in achieving your goals, but don't be afraid to rely on others for assistance. Even those individuals who persist in running mile after mile as they complete a 26-mile marathon, accept assistance from them that offer cups of water. None of us are on our own. The New York Times columnist Thomas Friedman recently authored a best-selling book entitled The World is Flat. Whether you believe the world is flat, round, or perhaps even a parallelogram, the world's citizenry is increasingly connected. In fact, you have just become part of Queensborough's over 42,000 growing alumni representing 140 nations. As an educated member of society, do not hesitate to offer assistance to others as well as you persist in the achievement of your goals. In conclusion, I do not know the recipe for failure, but I do know that persistence and assistance are contained in the recipe for success. I have complete faith that you, the graduates of 2006, will supply the rest of the ingredients. I wish you all the best as you celebrate this milestone. Good luck and Godspeed.
We're getting there. It is now my pleasure to present the College Awards. Will the recipients come forward as I call your name? The John F. Kennedy Memorial Award goes to the students demonstrating outstanding college and community leadership. Mr. Arthur Fu and Ms. Lucy Shi, please come forward. Arthur. Picture. Hurry up. Hurry. All right. Thank you. The Martin Luther King Jr. Award is presented to a student or students who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in promoting racial harmony and appreciating cultural diversity. The awards this year go to Lukman Osi and Abhishek Roka. Hurry up. Quick. Thank you. The Thomas R. Jennings Memorial Award goes to an outstanding graduating student in the liberal arts and sciences. And this year, the award goes to Catherine Stolfi. The Associate in Science Achievement Award goes to the graduating student achieving the highest scholastic average in Associates in Science degree program, and this year's award goes to Magdalena Samirski. Thank you. The Colonel John C. Lacus Award goes to the graduating student achieving the highest scholastic average in an Associates in Applied Science degree program, and this year's award goes to Jennifer Chen. I'll take the check. Anybody wants lunch? Joseph Mcmurray Award goes to the graduating student achieving the second highest scholastic average in the class of 2006. I need to do a little explanation here for this year's award, because this year's decision was a very difficult one. There are 2 students who are graduating today that have a 4.0 average. That is a perfect average. However, as is in life, one has to make decisions. One student had less credits completed at this college than the other student, and therefore it was my decision to provide this John Mcmurray Award to Helene Matalon. Helene. And then the President's Award, it is the highest award. It's provided to the individual who has the highest scholastic average, and this year's award goes to Tiffany Coutier. Tiffany? Now, I have asked Tiffany to address the class.
I thought they forgot about me. It's pretty short. 2 years ago, a speaker at a graduation I attended made such an impact upon me that it inspired me to return to school. Upon my return to school, his words further inspired me to put all of my efforts into my education in order to hopefully ensure myself a place in the field of veterinary medicine, where I most desire to be. I couldn't tell you now what his exact words were or where he was from, but I would like to try to deliver to you the same wisdom and hopefully some of the inspiration he gave to me. His message was simple. It was this: most people go through their lives never being truly happy. They will work hard, live comfortably, and maybe even be lucky enough to find love. Happiness, however, is not merely a product of working hard and living comfortably, as was pointed out earlier. Happiness does not come in a neat little package called the American Dream. Happiness means something different to every single person in this audience. Your neighbor, your family, your coworkers, none of them know what will make you happy, so don't let them tell you. Don't let anyone influence your decisions. Don't let anyone tell you your dreams are ridiculous. And do not let anyone make you settle for less than you deserve. To state this more succinctly, I would like to read a poem written by Susan Scholes. It's entitled, "We Cannot Listen." We cannot listen to what others want us to do. We must listen to ourselves. Society, family, friends do not know what we must do. Only we know, and only we can do what is right for us. So start right now. You will need to work very hard. You will need to overcome many obstacles. You will need to go against the judgment of other people, and you will need to bypass their prejudices. But you can have whatever you want if you try hard enough. So start right now, and you will live a life designed by you and for you, and you will love your life. So in closing, I would like to issue you this challenge. At some point today, sit down in a quiet room, or stand if that's what makes you happy. Close your eyes, and think of one thing in this world that you love to do. What do you find to be the most enjoyable? Gardening, reading, teaching, learning, bowling, whatever it is. In my case, it was animals. Open your eyes, both literally and figuratively, and find a way to make that your livelihood. We all need to earn a living. We all have bills to pay, but we also need the peace of mind that comes with a life well lived. So stop listening to everyone else's doubts, squelch your own, and go for it. And finally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the outstanding professors here at Queensborough. Dr. Gilligan, I saw him over there somewhere. Thank you for everything this semester. Your sense of humor and humility astound and inspire us all. Dr. Visoni, who I saw on my way in, a wonderful professor and an exceptional human being. You've made a greater impact on me than you know. Dr. Tai, Dr. Ambon, Professor Phillips, there's so many amazing professors here, I can't even mention them all. And thank you, Nick, and thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Finally, we shall now proceed with the conferring of degrees and certificates. The candidates will be presented by the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Mark McCulloch. Will the audience please refrain from applauding until degrees for each group have been conferred and certificates granted? Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Arts please rise?
President Marti, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Arts.
Now listen carefully. Upon the recommendation of the Vice President and the faculty of this college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associates in Art with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Erica King. Hamilton Tavares. Sherry Huffman. Aaron Katayev. David Cabrera. Hezekiah Prekumar. Marie Gonell. Bharat Singh. Susan Kay. Letitia Heron. Paulina Norco. Nuria Mendez. Hillary Herrera. Diane Deeren. Erica Rivera. Ridley Gunderson. Sam Mew. Jessica Fick. Ophelia Stupart. Catherine Stolfi. Ebony Vargas. Hina Patel. Atiya Banks. Elena Negri Schaefer. Sarah Bradley. Aliyah Khan. Jessica Betancourt. Alethea Gomez. David D'Alessandro. Marie Charles. Gina John. Fanila Alexandre. Keisha Phillips. Ray Thomas. Nadia Siddiq. Julia Doherty. Irina Israelov. Jeremias Abarca. Ashley Concilio. Shoshana Beckford. Renard Richardson. Brian Chung Kwan. Juan Ortega. Nancy Marrero. Hei Kung Jong. Janessa Delgado. Ivan Ojeda. Mikhail Fatakov. David Khan. Jenny Mero. Fariba Haidari. Stephen Bowles. Michael Barlow. Jacqueline Leonard. Candice Gunning. Jennifer Gillette. Carolyn Santos. Sylvia Giesialis. I'm sorry. Gerard Salvia. Kamaljit Ram. Tamor Kazolbosch. Danilsa Vijalona. Nancy Pina. Jamie Caravello. Christina Audi. Priscilla Rivera. Iris Feliciano. Leslie Kenny. Roseanne Russo. Gregory Rivera. Avalon Grimes. Leslie Kwan. Diana Astudio. Karina Paredes. Doris Rodriguez. Leonardo Aguirre. Christopher Mendoza. Norma Andre. Wilnar Etienne. Abiola McIntosh. Elizabeth Curlew. Matthew Wood. Michael Benedetti. Shauna Langhorn. Telis Tsangaris. Rosella Di Vincenzo. Sunita Bhatti. Sukmati Nareen. Joan Tomlinson. Roxanne Campbell. Christopher Fitzpatrick. Laura Moss. Renee Marrero. Andrew Sawicki. Ariel Sacklow. Ruth Masazi. Catherine Almonte. Vicky Luna Victoria. Thank you. Danielle Caro. Nancy Thungachin. Yolanda Jeffries. Jardine Esteem. Michael Nicholas. Johnny Gervais. Antoine Branch. Kevin Martinez, Chantel Singleton, David Chambers, Federico Sarete, R. Angel Wright, Christina Marquez, Lu Chun Chu, Marsha Mangaru, Teresa Binkley, Jennifer Triana, Jennifer Ramchuran, Jolie Benti, Mirella Sanchez, Kishiana Harrison, Madeline Guerrero, Yamilet Rodriguez, Tanya Trout, Lillian Umiozar, Tyrone Shaw Jr., Chanel Layton, Danielle Marie Chamarella, Linda Delgado, Jacqueline Ferdinand, Yana Nakia Dorsey, Estefany Diaz, Mandeep Kaur, Indira Lopez, Rosabel Gonzalez, Asia Cooper, Jasmine Beaujoin, Candace Robinson, Mukesh Walter. You're welcome.
Hands aren't even cold. The cold scooted up here in the face. Been pretty fast so far. This is the AS bunch coming up. No, I'll do it again.
Will candidates for the degree of Associate in Science please rise?
The candidates for the degree of Associate in Science are assembled. President Marti, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Science.
Now listen carefully.
You're okay.
Upon the recommendation of the Vice President for Academic Affairs and of the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associates in Science with all of the rights, privileges, immunities, honors thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Diana Quinteros, Lila Parvin, Sandra Ozuna Vidal, Francine Mascar, Annalise Cartier, Lucy Shi, Oilwan Chan, Arthur Fu, Zheng Wei Yi, and Saidan Huang, Ma Mbobia, Tiffany Cottier, Magdalena Zamirski, Diana Lovren, Ashley Jobson, Irene Ng, and Latoya Christie, Sulama Florence, Tamara Crawford, Martha Martinez, Carlene Bartley, Lenora Simmons, Shivani Salim,
Melvina Spooner-Brathwaite, Carlina Torres, Asif Anwazai, Crystal Dole, Christina Furias, Abhishek Roka, Lukman Asai, Ajay Burgess, Bryant Pascal, Lorena Gomez Blum, Farah Steele, Jasmine Hatcher, Rosa Rosales, Aaron Robinson, Guang Horn, Stacy Austin, Stephanie Nelson, Farouk Umar, Darshal Shaw, Israel Adramanov, Lala Rook, Nahid Azim, Evelyn Oropeza, Adnia Sturdivant, Janie Quizpie, Carolina Vanegas, Diana San Andres, Rose Topal, Marjorie Saltos, Natasha Biagi, Catherine Lugo, Paulino Correa, Luisa Castro, Jeffrey Duque, Esteban Benavides, Monica Wasilenia, Elfa Fredericks, Gabriela Asanza, Natalie Rapanachad, Lorraine Mengret, Reginald Claremont, Lenore Conrad, Rosamir Da Silva, Hermajit Kaur, Sarwat Naib, Shazia Bibi, Jeffrey Germain, Manpoon, Alex Daly, Abigail Hobson, Joseph Silva, Yagi Mareshida, Natalia Komyak, Iksu Sun, Luk Heng Yung, Wang Jun Kim, okay, Jenny Lee, Lisa Spence, Asha Grant, Christopher Klemlich, Alessandro Politi, Gideon Kiss, Christopher Williams, Tamara Ellington, Philip Hammond, Monica Acevedo, Manikar Ballinkungan, Carmen Miranda, Joseph Zuniga, Leilani Clifton, Marlene Moreno, Joy Young Yi, Linging Wang, Simin Liu, Zhang Chen, Po Huagan, Sunyi Bai, Martin Ramirez, Jason Carrington, Alisa Jagernoff, Shauna Ramrup, Giselle Oyas, Hector Mavromatis, Wayne Narain, Carmine Sparacio, Shanae Hayes, Shauna Dean Crawford, Sienna Wright, Nicole Augustin, Kenesha Holmes, Andrea Ava Laszlo, Raul Larrañaga, Dwight Reed, Sabrina Carollo, Kiran Itifkar, Kashma Taylor, Michael Aquilino, Javier Marquez, Kristen Petrancosta, Jenna Guercio, Serene Lalji, Mariela Garcia, and Sylvester Zukowski, last but not least, Pamela Garcia.
We skipped a page. Okay, okay. I know. Where is that? Yes. Okay. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science and for certificates please rise?
The candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science are assembled, as are the candidates for certificates. President Marti, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Applied Sciences and grant their certificates.
Thank you, Vice President McCullough. And upon the recommendation of the Vice President and the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Applied Science with all the rights, privileges, immunities, honors thereunto appertaining. And I also grant the certificates. Now, before we start the process of handing the degrees, I need to explain something, lest you might think that I'm doing some things that are not appropriate. You notice that I give hugs to individuals who have the stole on. Well, that is the secret handshake of the Phi Theta Kappa Society. And supposedly, every time that you meet a fellow Kappan, you're supposed to give them a hug. Well, we don't do that all the time, but this is a special time, and we do it here. So, just in case you thought that I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing, that is what I'm doing, giving the secret handshake of the Phi Theta Kappa Society.
Marie Franklin, Eileen Luna, Peterson LeBranch, Harry Joseph, Catalina Mataraz, Sharon May Delandro, Susanna Porras, Melissa Veliz, Barbara Connolly, Andrew Nicholson, Kevin May, Carla Nativi, Julie Laura, Alta Carlson Charles, Zhu Lu,
Hapho Lam, Moseline Morilas, Janet Palomino, Mahendra Mohan, Christian Asare, Preston Ham, Karen Chado, Emilita Austria, Pamela Robeson, Marcia Henry, Dana McIntosh, Rashiba Francis, Xu Zhen Li, Anthony DePaula, Damir Surakovic, Fabian Morales, Anthony Valley, Dane Miners, Anita Lopez, Tyrone Jimenez, Arbia Swindell, Natasha Kabir, Helene Matalan, Amandeep Kaur, Baljit Kaur, Hardeep Kaur, Sharima Karula, Benvenida Sylvania Marcantonis, Brian Item, Katerine Tasipanta, Perla Aristi, Shima Meredith, Helen Matishek, Rosemarie Banasiak, Andrew Lipinski, Amanda Ayala, John Ree, Assad Anwar, Abdul Rahman Malik, Mustafa Bhatti, Luis Urosti, Lizette Bieto, Benjamin Barrera, Ronald Diaz, Razib Khan, Renee Rivera, Monica Kahas, Harvey Lackey, Ormela Singh, Cheryl Kiffin, Talisha Plant, Josephine Spatola, Diana Thompson, Mani Chung, Julia Adagoskin, Maria Hara, Maria Garcia, Danilo Maldonado, Jimena Leva, Cherry Cooper, Sylvalyn Muxam, Rosaline Stevenson, Ervinia Robin, Sikiratu Ayo Apampa, Gemma William, Craig Boyle, Neil Carney, Michael Carrillo, James Burke, James Coates, Timothy Zolinsky, Indrani Acosta, Florence Pat Taylor, Raina Goodman, Ava Booker, Chin Chan, Travis Sicharan, Killon McFarlane, Giovanni Nicholson, James Otalvaro.
You're done, brother.
Jung Ho Kwan, Gisela Torino, Yasuyo Watanabe, Juan Correa, Gianni Liu, Monica Melville, Winsome Swaby, Carmela Marasigan, Jacqueline Royale, Bo Ram Chung. Yannick Harris. Patricia Marco. Joanna Maureen Banas. Cherry Victorio. Christiane Kelly Samosa. Parwati Veerapan. Hima Shiv Dayal. Danielle Dominique. Latoya Phillip. Julia Young. Catherine Mikla. Shaquana Mincy. Maverne Wallace. Camilo Becerra. Anadura Thiruvirakadu. Vikram Mani. Shiraran Kefishum Kamar. Caitlin Chimienti. Gina Centrone. Vladimir Herrera. Coretta King. Patty Dean Thompson. Alisa Medunjanin. Crystal Zayas. Rosa Crespo. Kevin Wong. Leilani Walker. Roberto Walker. Elaine Lynn. Suzette Singh. Olga Mendoza. Andrea Rosenstein. Donald Burke. Karen Thomas. Peter Dunbard. George Karayanis. Joanna Espinosa. Kanthi Lokuthambugala. Manika Maharjan. Peng Cheng. Cesar Feliciano. Walter Silva. Diego Cordero. William Randolph. Peter Domermuth. Rakesh Shah. Jason Anno. Michael Denicola. Cheyenne Singh. Noah Kazim. Nima Shada Moasser. Peter Velas. Dwayne Morris. Mohammed Bilal Zafar. Suk Lee. Diana Backus. Shanae Rose. Claudia McKnight. Michelle Watt. Lisa Ruffan. Biani Areza. Angela Maratov. Mary Francesca Berwet. Nancy Demers. Kathleen E. Jensen. Seema Ramdareen. Patricia Lasaponaro. Shabana Mohammed. Javier. Pui Chan. Rupan Dimparal Singh, Mangat. Helen Osano. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to announce the candidates for certificates. Judy Paoloni, Karen Curry, Marjorie Lespinasse, Marlene Eskenazi, Miriam Machuca, Sue-Ann Solaris,
Well, here they are, the class of 2006. Now, with the graduates, you're no longer candidates. The graduates, please stand. And in recognition of the conferment of degrees, I am asking you to move your tassels from the right side to the left side. You may be seated. Will the following students please join me at the podium? Ridley Gunderson, Crystal Dole, Christina Folias, Lucy Shee, Lukman Osi, and Abhishek Roka. Will you please join me at the podium? And now, I have the privilege of giving you the last lesson at QCC. Please remember that the horizon is not a limit, but an invitation. Pursue your dreams with a sense of responsibility that comes from understanding that every choice you make affects the rest of us. And as you move forward in your accomplishments, and I know that there are going to be many, I ask you to be sensitive to the needs of others, to balance the taking with the giving, to be fair in your pursuit of happiness. And as the Spanish poet Antonio Machado said in his poems Caminos de Castilla, caminantes no hay caminos, caminos se hacen al andar. And that means, traveler, there is no road, roads are made as we walk. And now I would like the students to say that in their native languages. I think you go first.
As it is in Yoruba, it said, Arinrìn-àjò kò sọ́nà, bí a ṣe ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ la ṣe ń ṣọ̀nà.
And in French, it's voyageur, il n'y a pas de chemin. Les chemins se font comme tu voyages.
In Chinese, it's 路客们驶向远无路，路客人走开。
And in Creole, nous-mêmes étudiants, nous sommes voyageurs. Nous pas un chemin, chemin nous tracé pendant notre marché.
In Greek, it's "Δεν υπάρχει δρόμος για τους ταξιδιώτες." Εσύ χαράζεις μόνο σου το δρόμο πηγαίνοντας.
In Nepali it is यात्रुहरू जीवनको मोडमा बाटो हामीले आफै नै बनाइन्छ. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, students. Thank you for helping us celebrate the diversity that we enjoy at this institution. We are one people. We are one group of individuals who learn, study, and grow together in our different ways, maintaining our identities while we are navigating a new culture. Thank you very much. And now, I will ask Damien Sneed, instructor in the music department, with students Alicia Abraham, Diana Lovren, and Kemba Glasgow, to sing and to lead us in the Alma Mater. And I want everybody to sing it. It's right in your programs, and very few people know it, so read it.
Remember college days. Born of city, state, and borough, proud to serve their need.
Building toward a bright tomorrow for every race and creed.
Queensborough, Queensborough, we will always sing your praise. Come what may of joy and sorrow, we'll remember college days.
Let me ask the audience to remain standing until the recessional is completed. The graduates, the members of the faculty are requested, not required, but requested to stay in their robes and move over to the different areas in the back of the field where the individual departments are signaled by the signs that are there. It is our hope that you will introduce your faculty to your loved ones, that you would take pictures with them, and that you would say your last goodbyes today. So there are places around the area, and then there is also food in the background. In addition, there is one very important table that the Professional Staff Congress has back there, and that is a place where they are collecting donations for the victims of Katrina. And I think that our fellow students deserve your donations. So if you can, and if you want to, please make your contributions. Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, class of 2006.